cogent critique.
People don't care how they look. People don't care about dating. People don't care about anything. And I don't blame them, because there's nothing to look forward to for tomorrow. And they're angry. But let's hear what the psychiatrist has to say about this, shall we?
For 112,000 laughing emoji reactions on a Facebook post from UnitedHealthcare parent company to a man being murdered on the sidewalk in Manhattan. Why are people having this? Why is there this collective response from people?
Because they don't have any control over anything.
Anger is a healthy emotional response. Violence is never healthy.
Right.
And usually, you're right. Usually people say things like our thoughts and prayers, but people are saying things like our thoughts and copays. And I think that since 2020, there's been a rise in anger. And again, anger is healthy, but there's also a rise in desensitization to violence.
Yeah.
We have nonstop exposure to violent things in the media. People are obsessed with true crime. And frankly, when people hear about violence, now instead of being shocked, they're applauding. So it's really concerning.
That is the interesting thing, that it seems to be that there are some people who are applauding, or if not applauding.
So, yeah, we're in a state in our country where things are deteriorating rapidly, obviously. And this was a relation to that UnitedHealthcare CEO that was murdered still less than a year ago. And yeah, people have lost their fucking minds since 2020. I don't know what to tell you. I just notice a lot of anger. I even notice myself getting more angry than I would like to at things that are probably not appropriate. Just the way people drive, the way people treat each other. I can't stand people, just in general. And I don't think I'm the lone wolf here.
Suggesting that they're willing to look the other way because of what Brian Thompson, a CEO of UnitedHealthcare, represents. And on CNN's podcast, One Thing, a senior contributing editor at KFF Health News said that she was not surprised by people's reactions because of a, quote, collective frustration with the industry. The real damage, real harms, both financial and medical, that people experience when insurers deny and delay paying claims. Investigators have said
I hate insurance companies, and yeah, they're some of the biggest scumbags right up there with. I don't know who's actually scummier, bankers or insurance companies, but either way, obviously this was a horrible tragedy. It's not great that people are laughing at it, but it shows you where we're at. It shows you the collective anger, because at the end of the day, people don't have control over anything in this country anymore. They're just one financial disaster away from losing their home or being homeless or not being able to pay their medical bills or having to declare bankruptcy or whatever. And so this is something that they feel like they can control. They can control, laughing at this guy's unfortunate.
Don't believe that this was connected to his private life. What do you make of this? And what does it tell us about how people feel right now?
As a trauma expert, and I talk about this heavily in my book, High Functioning, there is collective trauma. You're absolutely right. The trauma from 2020, the political uprisings, the war, the violence, and the injustice.
Yeah, that's the thing. People have lost their fucking mind. I mean, things were not great just prior to 2020, like 2019. But they've doubled, tripled since then in terms of how bad they are. I mean, just literally in 5 years plus. And a big part of that too is there's no trust in our institutions anymore. I mean, I live in a state, for example, during COVID that said that essential businesses get to stay open, and they defined essential businesses as liquor stores and casinos. And you see, it's that kind of nonsense that just infuriates people. And we were always taught, we were always shown in Hollywood movies that don't worry, your government has everything well in hand. And you would always see this in, like Hollywood, FBI, CIA. There are always these elite, super thinkers and geniuses that can solve stuff in the CIA. And I think it was all designed to give us this feeling that don't worry, your government's in control. If anything goes wrong, the CIA will take care of it, or the NSA or the FBI or any of these, bureaucracies. when we found out what this COVID is, they don't have anything in control. They're full of shit. And they're not good at reacting to emergencies. So just that alone makes people feel like they're not in control, and their government isn't in control of anything either. So people are going to latch on to what they can, right?
People are angry about the injustice in terms of the wage gaps, in terms of corporate greed. And this is their way of feeling as if they have some control over it by being able to voice and vent over social media. In a way, it's like a mob mentality, the comment section.
Right? Doesn't make it right.
People are banding together to voice their outrage. And it's okay to be angry, right? Again, anger is healthy. However, violence is not. And I think it's a combination of desensitization to violence, this kind of mob mentality, and also healthy anger. It's like a recipe for what we're seeing right now.
And it seems, to that point about the connection over it seems like people are yearning for community. And this is one thing, frustration with the healthcare community is one thing that they've found community in.
And they have every right to be frustrated.
Yeah, so there's no sense of community anymore, guys. There's no sense of community in anything. There's nothing to look forward to for tomorrow, and so that's a big part of it. That's why people, and you'll notice there's all kinds of, like, I admit that I don't take the best care of myself anymore. You have people that are almost like sabotaging the way they look. Like some people just, and you know what I'm talking about, look absolutely ridiculous, like they're going out of their way. And I think that's a control thing. But I also think it's because there's nothing to look forward to for tomorrow. See, part of wanting to look good is when you have something to look forward to. If there's nothing to look forward to, there's no reason to focus on looking good, like dressing appropriately, looking good. But if there's nothing to look forward to for tomorrow, then what's the point? Anyway, I definitely notice the psychiatrist is right about anger. Let me know what you think in the comments section. See you on the next one.